Welcome to Meet the Authors. So glad you can invite us into your living room or wherever you're watching this show. It's so much fun to have this opportunity to present to you, to present to the world these new authors. There's so many people coming out, and we have one that I want to introduce to you, a fellow who is on his first novel but already started his second. He's very excited about. His name is Carl White. Carl, thanks for coming on our show.
Thank you, Phil. It's great to be here.
And you're from Meridian, right? There's a lot
yeah.
of authors in Meridian. That's sort of amazing.
It's a very literary town, a lot of art that's there. The new Mississippi Experience of the Arts is a new museum that's there. Your viewers need to go and see it. It's an incredible experience.
Yeah, I love Meridian. It still has that old town feel with all those old buildings and such. That's really nice. And you have a book. Tell us about your book.
The title of the book is The Last Chaplain, a novel.
Last Chaplain.
Last Chaplain, a novel. And it started writing it about 3 or 4 years ago. I was actively serving as a senior pastor. Then when I retired, I was able to really get down and get it finished and bring it to publication.
Yeah, it's good to have that time to do.
Yes, yes,
yeah,
it is.
I started writing full-time, really full-time, after my kids went away to school and had a chance to put things together. So you got this new book, and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, The Last Chaplain, they say write about what you know.
And you're a chaplain.
Well, the main character is a pastor, and he becomes the last chaplain of the United States Senate. I placed this a few years in the future, and that Congress does away with the office of chaplain because it becomes politicized. His wife has died, he's had a stroke, he's in his 70s, he's on a walker. A lot of things about his life is very unhappy, but the main thing is he wants to correct an injustice that happened to his best friend, the United States Senator. He can't do it himself. He has to get someone else to, and a new day sitter named Lisa becomes that person. And there the adventure begins of her trying to find a former Senate staffer who can set the record straight and get him up with a reporter and some really bad people that don't want that to happen.
Yeah, there's always that intrigue. I love books like that with these mysteries and intrigue and the looking behind the scenes and political plots. It's very exciting, a thrilling book. Is there a lot of religion in it?
Well, I consider it Christian fiction. It's not preachy. I don't want to. If I want to publish sermons, I would do that. Okay. But I wanted my characters to exemplify a genuine faith that makes a difference in their life, but at the same time, they're people with feet of clay, with their own issues and their own problems. This pastor and his 4 children, and they have a lot of issues they're having to deal with. And so all of that's coming through. So I say it's about faith and family and current issues that we're dealing with today.
And this just came out last summer. Came out, you said, in Kindle, and available on Kindle and then online on Amazon. How do you promote your book? I've
been going around the state when I could. I've had some health issues that slowed me down a lot, but I've been to Clinton, I've been to Oxford, I've been to Tupelo, I've been to Starkville, I've been to Clarksdale, and of
now
course
here on
Meridian,
the coast,
and now here on the coast. My health issues have pretty much resolved, and this spring and summer I'm going to be real active trying to promote
That's so important to get out there. And so this is your first book.
Yes.
I bet you have a second one in the works. Tell us what's going on.
I am writing every day on a book that the working title is On the Backs of Children. Huh. And it's historic fiction. I want to go back to Jackson, Mississippi in 1970 to 74, the desegregation of public schools. And I was there. I was in the middle of that. We're going to have a fictitious teenage girl and a fictitious white girl and a fictitious teenage black boy. It's told remembering. She's remembering the events. And I want to explore what it was like for the students who were there in the middle of it. There's so much literature coming out about that because of the 50-year anniversary of the decisions that brought about the immediate desegregation of 23 school districts.
Brown versus Board.
Yeah, well, the Anderson, I forget the name of it. There was one that came out in October of '69. And it caused in January of 1970 for 23 school districts to desegregate immediately and the rest of the state in the fall. Jackson Public Schools was one of the schools that it was immediate. I was in the 8th grade. Wow. And so, like I said, there are a lot of books out about all that struggle, but I've not seen anything that's about the students who were there in the middle of it.
From their viewpoint.
From their viewpoint. So I like using fiction as a venue to explore things.
I think that's so amazing. You talk about your life and you can put yourself in that. Everybody should write that. We talk about memoirs, and people say, oh, it's just your own history. But you can fictionalize a little bit, but you bring up that history that needs to be remembered, and you write it from your own personal viewpoint. And these things need to be documented, need to be remembered. And as we get older, we die off. I encourage everybody out there, write your story, write your book.
Well, in a lot of respects, the girl, the teenage girl who's now an adult, she's me in a lot of respects. I finished Provine High School in Jackson in 1974. I never wanted to revisit it. I never even wanted to think about it.
Who wants to think about high school? I don't know.
But those years were so difficult, and
was
then I was forced to. I was forced to deal with it, and that caused me to start thinking about I need to write about it.
Yeah.
And so I've chosen fiction as my venue for addressing those kinds of issues.
Well, that's amazing. It's wonderful that you've got that writing bug and you're putting it out. Show the camera again your book.
This is, which one? There I am.
This one, that's your camera.
The Last Chaplain, and again, it's exploring faith and family and politics, and it's an adventure story. Very much a mystery. Where can people get it? It's on Amazon.com. It's on Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, at Walmart, a whole lot of or my website, which is PastorCarlWhite.com. You can get it.
I'm so glad to have you on the show, Carl.
Thank
you. It's a pleasure having you, and we appreciate all of our guests. So that's it. This is our last segment of our last show. We hope that you have enjoyed this show and that you'll check out my YouTube, where all the shows can be seen.
Here at John Paul Barber Law Firm, we're here to listen to your problems and give you advice that we can give you from 30 years of experience practicing law here in Mississippi. We specialize in family law, wills and estates, estate planning, business formation, and business transactions.
Stop.
We also handle personal injury and immigration matters. Our number is 228-447-3522. We're here to help. Se habla español.